It's only 45 pounds. It's not heavy at all. You could remove the seat if you want to take down some of the weight. This is cool, man. Inflatable, it's gonna be the future of kayak fishing. At least part of it. And this is a great start. Today we got something special for you guys. This is the Wilderness Systems iAttak 110. The I stands for inflatable, and that means you can have a fancy kayak shipped to you inside a nice, little heavy box. But the beautiful thing about this, since it's inflatable, look how big it is. This will fit anywhere. Now you have no excuses to have a wonderful kayak that you could actually enjoy on the water. You could afford to own a kayak. So in today's video, I wanna walk you through everything that this kayak brings, set it up for you guys, but then we're gonna take it fishing tomorrow. I got just the spot to go and catch some quality fish, and it's right behind my backyard, literally. Disclosures, I did ask Pelican to send this kayak over for me to make videos for you guys. I did not pay for it, but my time is worth a lot of money, guys. So I wouldn't say this is free. My job is to show you guys what is out there, show you what it can do, and let you decide whether it's a good fit for you or not. Let's go ahead and unbox it, see what we got. This is the seat, and this is the aluminum rails. This is nice. We got the aluminum rail. You'll see where this goes on the kayak. This is part of it. Let me just go ahead and put it in. And the adjustable footrest. Maybe there's a way to set this to go freely and attach some sort of rope so we can motorize this inflatable kayak and use your feet as your steering control so you truly have your hands free. We also got the seat. Oh my God, this is nice. It has that nice fabric. It's solid. It doesn't have the little holes, so you're more comfortable. Nice backrest. It's very firm, and on the back, you could just put it like this and sit here if you want to sit a little higher, or maybe stand there. Some really nice seat, and best part is you don't have to assemble it or do anything. Soffinger does say that you should get familiar with the strap. It does have a wheel set, so you could literally travel with this. Check your airline. Not sure about the seat. It doesn't look like it fit in its form right now, but you could probably remove some of the stuff and make it fit. Got the fancy pump right here. Repair kit, very important. This is how it looks inside. This is kit. And over here, we got the manual. I'm gonna try to attempt to set it up with the manual. Let's see how that goes. This is really nice. It comes with an electric pump, battery power. It uses 4 D-size battery. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be using it, but that's nice that it comes with it. Well, I wanted to use the electric pump that comes with it, but I was only able to find 3 out of the 4 D batteries that I need. So let's go ahead and use old-fashioned sweat equity. For the most part, these things are rated to take 14 to 15 PSI, but on the boat itself, it says 10 to 12. I recommend you follow what the boat says, not what the manual says. "10 PSI, no more." Whew. For all of you guys that love pedal drive kayaks because you exercise, get yourself an inflatable and just go ahead and inflate it to that manufacturer recommended PSI with a pump, manual pump. That's your workout for the day. Seriously, I feel like I went to the gym Look at these guns.
Bye-bye.
See? It's too much work. We got Lucas inflating the bottom piece. Keep going, Lucas. Good job, Lucas. Keep going.
No.
Luckily, this kayak comes with that power inflating pump. This is a lot of work to inflate this craft to the maximum PSI that it recommends. And the reason for that is because this is drop stitch technology. So basically, as you put a pound of air into this thing, it's gonna be like inflating, but as it inflates, it kind of pulls those little strings. So that's why it's so hard to inflate it. It's so difficult because it's like a dense structure that you're like, picture a rubber band that you are stretching, but with air. Yeah. I wanted to go ahead and clean this kayak nicely and make it look like brand new, like I just got it out of the box for this walkthrough, but I said, why? No, let's just show it the way it is right now, because that gives it character. It shows what this kayak can do, what it's been through. You're looking at it. This thing feels like it's a real kayak. Not just, it doesn't look like an inflatable. It doesn't act like an inflatable. It acts and looks like a real plastic shell kayak. This is the iATAK 110. And I stands for inflatable and ATAK stands for Advanced Tactical Angling Kayak. And it is an attacker, dude. This thing, the first time I saw it over at iAttak, I go, I need to have one of these kayaks in the Aliex kayak shop. I need to test this thing. I need to put it through its paces. We only have done one outing and we're gonna do more, but this is what I've been waiting for. To go ahead and put a bunch of iATtak accessories here on the back and motorize it and really make it, try to make it like a real high-end plastic kayak. If you want to see all those videos, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the bell. If you like this kind of stuff, don't just subscribe for subscribing. Now, continuing with this video, I want to show you what you get out of the box. I want to give you a walkthrough of this kayak and tell you more about it. This kayak right here has some special things. Some of you guys are super afraid of inflatable kayaks, and with good reason. You would think that they will deflate if something happens. So Pelican took that into, I keep saying Pelican, but it's Wilderness System. But Wilderness System took that into account, and look what they did here. You got 1 and 2 air chambers. Not only that, you got 1 and 2 excess valve release pressure. If this thing gets inflated too much, it will release the pressure. But think about this for a second, right? These 2 air chambers, you got the outer ring and you got the deck, right? If the deck deflates for whatever reason, you still have sort of like a lifesaver on the water. And if the outer ring deflates, you got a paddle board. That's incredible. That's great thinking. It also comes with 1, 2, 3, and 4 built-in adapters. I don't know exactly what the name of this is, but you could put a scouting mount, you could put rail blast accessories, and you could put iATtak switchblade accessories. This is special, guys, because I was able to just plug in this here, put my camera mount in there, put a rod holder here in the back, and go. And you got 1 more here on the bottom. And you don't have to, I mean, it doesn't take much to be able to rig this boat like a normal, regular plastic kayak. Right here, you got a nice handle. You got 2 more handles in the middle. That's unheard of for an inflatable. And then you got a handle here. This right here is a 1/4 inch insert. Maybe you want to put in a flag, or maybe you want to put in a camera or some sort of whatever. You got bungees right here. This right here, I thought, like, what's the point? Well, the point is you could put accessories that will go here in the rail. This is a 1 inch rail. You could also modify it, that maybe you could put something that kind of like this, and you could stage your rosin here. That would be huge. You also have Look at this. 1, 2, full rest. Now, these are kind of loose here, so again, I would like find a way to maybe stitch it in so they don't get out of there. And if you wanna like motorize it, which I'm gonna do later, you probably could attach this here so you got free moving. Again, that's why you wanna secure it, because if you start moving it, it's gonna get out of there. If you look at the deck here, it comes with a measuring tape. Dude, that's huge. And you got padding. This kayak was made with drop stitch technology. If you don't know what that is, let me explain. I'm not the expert, but this is what I learned so far. This thing right here, between these air chambers and the hole, there is thousands and thousands of little threads that as you inflate this, they expand and make it harder. It's like you're basically expanding it, and they create tension, and it makes this for a solid experience. Like if you try to push down, it feels like you're pushing down on hard plastic. I'm not kidding you. When you stand up on this kayak, it feels like you're standing up on the normal deck of a plastic kayak, especially if that kayak has some sort of padding to stand up. That's what you're feeling. I was able to stand up here and walk and move and do a bunch of stuff, and it felt like a real plastic kayak. Now, let's move to the seat. This was my doing. This kayak came brand new, clean, no issues. You could see it from the unboxing portion of this video. This was my fault because I had a giant black pack here full of rod holders, 16 by 16, and I didn't realize that some of those rod holders were like hitting this seat right here. But it's fine, it gives it character. This seat is very comfy. I always enjoy Pelican seats because this one comes from the Pelican side of the aisle. It's a wilderness system boat, but they share a lot of their designs and stuff. This is nice. I like that it's not the mesh, so it's not creating little figures in your body, if you know what I mean, but it's a solid thing. It feels nice. The back is very nice too, and you could pull those straps if you want to make it harder. If none of that works, you could always get a kayak cushion and it will go there super nicely. And what you get with the seat is this right here. It was super nice to sit on this, and you got kind of like a 360 fishing setup where, let's say you sit here, you could fish to the front, you could turn back and fish the back, or do whatever. That's what I did when I went fishing. And here on the back, you got a giant tank well. A 16 by 16 black pack will fit here if the rod holders were attached properly, and it will not damage that. It does not come with these bungees. I added this myself, but you do have the D-rings, so you could add your own bungee. Maybe it's an oversight, I don't know. You have it in the front, but you don't have it on the back. This pads, it was super easy to install my iATAK switch blades. You could also add Scotty and other stuff. And you still have space right here in the back where I'm gonna be using some of those iATAK and mount a mount to be able to take one of my super high-end, super powerful motors and motorize this craft and take it out there and have fun. I'm not gonna end there. I'll probably wanna do something in the front as well. We'll see how crazy I get with my projects. I wanna go ahead and motorize it and see how it will feel to have a kayak fully motorized, an inflatable kayak, and take it on the water. Having something that is by itself 45 pounds, something that I could just launch on any place whatsoever, because I could just take the kayak, then take the motor, take the battery, one thing at a time, and launch it pretty much anywhere. It is 38 inches wide, it's 10.5 feet long, and it's super stable. I was able to stand up on it with crazy weather. If you check the airlines, most airlines, you should be able to travel with this kayak, including the seat. If not, I mean, I would probably get like a cushion, remove the seat if I want to lose some weight, and remove this, and you could probably check it in anywhere, really. But you're losing some of the features. But my point is, you could travel with this kayak. Something that I didn't mention is you got this bulb here where it's a sit on top kayaks or like a sit inside kayak. So the thing is that if you're gonna get splashes and water is gonna be pulling inside because it has nowhere to go, it's gonna be pulling in here. And what you can do is you could have a bilge pump and take that water out because it's not gonna come out otherwise. but this is kind of like the drain plug. That's one of the downsides, I guess, of this design, that water is gonna just jump over and pull in, or if it rains. But just be mindful of that and take some sort of bucket or bilge pump and just get the water out of it. It's not a big deal. Let me go ahead and show you the back. What? Guys, what you're looking at is the bottom hole of this kayak. This thing has some crazy design. Look at that. It is called a fish bun, and they added it for tracking and speed. It does help because I took this kayak on the water without this keg, and I felt that it was tracking really nice, and that's because of that fish bun. Imagine if I would have taken it with this keg right here. This kayak has incredible primary stability. You can stand up on it even with moving waters if you know what you're doing. Now, what I need to test is the secondary stability. I need to see if I'm able to flip this kayak over. And I have some question about that because, I mean, normally if you try to push something under the water that floats, it's very hard. Have you tried to push a bowl down? And imagine this thing that is huge, right? So I'm hoping that I won't be able to flip it, but we're gonna have to answer that question on the kayak flipping test video, which I'm gonna be doing pretty soon because the weather is turning and the water is gonna be super nice. So I may wanna go for a swim pretty soon. I would say this kayak is an impressive value. It comes at $1,399 today, and it comes with everything that you need except for the paddle. It does have a inflating power pump, but it's not powerful enough. You may not want to use the manual pump. That's the only drawback that I would say. Get like a real pump from Amazon. Welcome to the water demo of this inflatable kayak iAttak. Hey, don't attack me, bees. Anyways, 11 from Wilderness Systems. Everything you need to get on the water I have right here with me, except a fishing rod. But basically this is everything you need to go fishing or kayaking and have a good time on the water. As you can see, it's pretty much weightless, but you could add a kayak car if you like. Now we're talking. Now I could drag it and it's gonna be dragging on the keg itself, which I don't really care for. So let's go ahead and get on the water. It worked perfect because I was having a horrible time in my head. When am I gonna put the skate on this boat, right? Because if you put it here, you're gonna have to lift the boat, the camera's gonna get wet, like a bunch of stuff is gonna happen. But I put the skate outside the water and just drag it in. Perfect. I'm just here getting a feel for the boat, see how it paddles with the wind on your back. Paddles very well, and against it as well, but you have to do more effort when you're fighting the wind. First test I want to do is I want to see if I just lazy paddle, how fast can we push this boat. I got my GPS on the bottom here, right there, you can see it. It's marking 2.7 miles per hour, 3 miles an hour. I'm just gonna do lazy paddling, nothing crazy, something that you could maintain for hours and hours. Just putting the blade on the water and just going. This is 4 miles an hour. Wow. I'm probably getting a little help from the current or the wind, whatever it is. It seems to be pushing forward here, pushing me forward. So this is 4 miles an hour. I want to go ahead and add maybe what I call aggressive paddling, moderate aggressive paddling. This is 4 miles an hour, 4.1. It's about the same, really. While we at it, let's go ahead and do a little turn here. Wow, it turned quickly. Let me go forward now, same speed, and see, same paddle stroke I should say, and see how fast we go. 2.7, 2.8, 3 miles an hour. This is 3.5. I think I'm doing really well. Like, I'm not wasting a lot of energy and the boat is moving 3.5, but we do feel a little bit of resistance in the force, something that we were not fighting when we were going this way. And I say we because you're here with me, you know, we're a team. I don't know why us YouTubers always say we. I think it's because of what I just said. Let me just paddle forward and see what kind of speed we get. 2.7, 3.3, 3.8, 3.5, 3.6. This is basically no effort. You could get 3.6 miles an hour. We are at the grass. Of course, these are lily pad, but you get the idea. If you had a motor or you had some sort of PDL or even hobby fin kayak, you'll be having a hard time right now. But since this is an inflatable and it basically floats, we're just going over all the lily pads at 2.4 miles an hour with basically no effort. This is impressive here. I like this a lot. I mean, the fact that, let's say you want to fish a lake or piece of water that has a lot of grass, but you're not going far, bro. this is special, because especially because you could just grab it, take it with you, lift it, and go walk, go places, go through the woods. I don't know, you could do a bunch of stuff with it. I can't tell you exactly what to do, because I mean, you gotta do you. 2.8 miles an hour, not bad. The other thing I want to test is tracking. I want to see how this thing tracks, and that's not a perfect scientific test, but at least it'll give me an idea. Okay, so we got stuck here, and I don't know if you saw, but there is a rock or something underneath, because you see it lifting the deck of the boat a little bit. So just be mindful of that. We're in super shallow water. Okay, all right, did you see that, how I got out of there in 2 seconds? I basically no effort whatsoever, and I was out of the shallow water. If this was kind of like a hard shell kayak, you know what would have happened? I would have to gotten off the kayak, because my weight and the weight of the kayak would dig it in. So it's not gonna be like just pushing out. You have to get out of the kayak. I mean, I would say probably 4 to 6 inches. It's sort of soft. I hear the skeg is stopping me from getting really shallow, and that's one of the reasons why I hate skegs on boats, on inflatables. Like, I hate them, because they make you do this, you know, completely fail the shallow test because of the skeg. Because I bet you could go with this thing in like maybe 2 inches of water, because I done it. I did it already. I went through the mud and it was basically no water. Yeah, if you're gonna be doing shallow work, remove the skeg. I don't think you really need it, by the way. It doesn't, maybe add a little bit of tracking, a little bit of better control of the boat, but if you're gonna be in shallow water, it's not worth the price. Now let me go ahead and go really fast, see what we can put this boat to. Boom! 2.9, 4.8, 4.8, 4.2. What the heck, going 4.4, 4.3, 4.3. I don't know, but I think 4.9. I think this tracker is not doing that well. With no effort whatsoever, I got to 4 miles an hour, pushing it really hard. It couldn't really track the speeds, but I would say it's not more than 4.5. So the lesson here is don't kill yourself, just lazy paddle. You're not gonna gain much, you're just wasting a lot of energy. That's weird. That's very weird. 4.7, 5, 4.8, 4.7. Okay, so this way, remember, you go faster this way. We're hitting 4.7. It said 5 briefly, but I don't trust it, so let's assume 4.7. And lazy paddling was like 4.1. So all that extra effort, getting tired and everything for 0.7 miles an hour, I don't think it's worth it. Not at all. There's 2 things I want to do. I want to do the paddleboard test and also the tracking test. So the tracking test, I want to do it over there at the end where there's basically no current, But the standing up test is perfect here because we're getting hit with the wind, so everything is pushing us back. So if we perform here, it will perform anywhere. Whew, that was easy. Like, I stood up so easy, no problem. Stretching my feet wide, moving the camera out of the way, and now we're good. All right. I know, nobody that uses a paddle board paddles like that, but I'm doing this on purpose, okay? I'm just trying to move the boat like this to see if it flips me, but it's not flipping me. We're good. Okay, let it go. It's going through, turning to the right a little bit, but I could see here where the water started moving, so maybe that has something to do with that. But it tracks very well. I didn't feel like I had to be doing a lot of correction, just the normal left right. I didn't have to like go like this and do right and then do another long one on the left. I was just keeping the same rhythm and it was going. Let me go this way, see what happens. You see, I'm not really doing any corrections. I'm doing the same paddle stroke and then going straight. I even the last stroke moved it to the left a little bit, and it should have, if anything, it would have continued going to the left, but it didn't. Keep going forward. So paddles very well, tracks very well, although I would say paddles very well up to that 4 miles an hour top. After that, it's just asking for trouble. Welcome to the future of kayak fishing, and you'll see why. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the rest of the stuff, park, and take my time, load this up, and just launch it through here and go and have a good time. I do have a little battery, a Bisbee battery that I love, and a air pump, which is different from the one that comes with this boat, and I'm gonna be using that a lot. And the beautiful thing about that is that I could literally have that thing inflated on my truck, go anywhere, and just launch on the side of the road. Special. On a previous video that I filmed here, somebody said that this looks like a croc slide. There you go. Hopefully I don't destroy my camera. Boom boom. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. This may work. Here's the problem with this launch right here. It is very, like, I think if I put my feet in there, next thing I know, I'll be 12 inches deep. So better than that. Yeah, very soft. I was thinking, hey Pelican, why did you put that thing right there in the middle, like in the front, like that bracket thing? And now that I put my rods in there, could definitely find a way to add some iATAK accessories or some gadget accessory, whatever is gonna work on those rails, and I'm gonna be able to attach my rods. That's super cool, man. I opted not to use this keg, and this thing is not tracking bad at all. Minor correction that I have to do. There's a lot of moving water here, believe it or not. The tide, I think the tide's coming out, so. Dude, look how shallow it is. Let's get organized, boys. Boom. 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 First cast ever of the Wilderness Systems iAttak 110 inflatable kayak. Here's stuff that the wind is supposed to not be raining today. Okay, so I'm gonna throw this line back here. I noticed once I stopped paddling that it was taking me all this way, which is exactly where I want to go. And if it puts me maybe a little off of exactly where I want to be, once I get to the shoreline or to the mangrove line, it will be an easier paddle because it's a shorter distance. The only problem is we're going too fast. But this should give me plenty of time to scout this area here. Maybe we hook into something quick. All right, let's go ahead and anchor here. Forgot that this area is like rocky as hell. It wasn't supposed to be this windy or this wavy. It was supposed to be flat. The forecast I was looking at clearly were not right. Yes, felt the hit. Come over here. Yes, it fell off the yes, nice trout, the first one of today. I had a feeling that I was gonna catch it. Okay. We could keep 3. This one is about 18, so it's going in the box. Okay, I'm bored of throwing the paddle tail. Let's go ahead and throw some action, people. Why not? I mean, it's not like we have a whole day to fish. Actually, we do. Let's give it some action, dude. Woo. 2 miles out. I casted that lure 2 miles out, dude. My goodness. I almost hit the mangrove, and I'm far from the mangrove because I'm pointing over there, not over here, over there. And you saw that thing just fly. You know why? Because I'm a professional casting angler. Nah, it's because the wind is crazy and it's like projecting that light lure 10,000 miles an hour. Hey, don't get me wet, wind. Relax. You hear that? That's the wind. It's crazy, man. Look. Use a rod tip to your advantage. Oh my goodness. I never casted so far in my life. This is some crazy stuff, man. Now, setting the hook with this ultra light on that trout is gonna take some training, some patience, but talk to me, guys. You want me to flip this? Does a flip video? Because I think it's worth it. And first time trying to flip an inflatable kayak, because this is kind of like your kayak. You have high walls, you have a deck, like, oh, and I was using this to measure. I forgot that we have the measuring tape built in. Dude, now we gotta catch another fish because I gotta use that measuring tape, the one that is built in. Wow, that was a super subtle bite, man. It was so subtle. Uh-oh. Oh! All right, that counts. That's a catch. That's a catch because the camera caught it. No freaking way. We broke the rod, man. Shoot, bro. What happened? Snap out right there. The amazing thing is that I could literally just remove the dot and just put it here at the end, so we'll fix it later. But damn, bro, that sucks. The crazy part, the crazy funny thing is that somebody posted on Facebook the other day, how many rods do you take when you go fishing? And I posted, since I'm basically break rods for a living, I take at least 4. Today we're fishing off an inflatable kayak, and I do have space to bring a lot of rods, but I wanted to keep it sort of simple and brought 3, and 1 is already broken. Kind of sad that that rod broke, bro. Kind of sad. Oh, actually that's a good distance with the wind. The butt of this rod is too much though. Alright, I stood up. I had to stand up. I needed to take a break from sitting. Oh my god, I just had a bite next to the boat. Guess who it is? Mr. Jack. I'm like, where have you been, Mr. Jack? Why haven't you grace us with your presence? Look, that right there caught you. Look how that sharp that is. Oh my god, I had a lot of cuts that I go home and then I'm like, when did I get caught? Now I know, it's Mr. Jack. Goodness, it's fine. Right now the tide is low. You could tell by looking at the mangroves. And over here on this little channel where we came out of this morning, I don't know, but it looks weird. It looks like there's not enough water there. So this will be the perfect test to see how much water we need to float this thing. I'm not looking forward to having to get off the boat and walk, because this is very, look, soft. Look at it, soft. I don't know, maybe being soft is a good thing because I could just cut through. I'm already struggling to move. Oh no, this is not gonna be fun. So clearly I have 2 options now: power through this or go deeper and go through the main channel, or worse yet, get off and try to walk through the mangroves. Or I think I could cut through because it's very soft but smelly. Okay, I think, oh yes, all right, so clearly we're stuck, but I'm still able to sort of cut through because the mud is soft, very soft, and I see enough water there in the middle that once I get there I should be able to keep going without having to get off the watercraft, which I don't want because again the mud is very soft. I don't think this is a true test of the shallow waterness, but it's a test of what happens if you run out of water on a muddy area and you get all full of mud, smelly. Only that, I want the camera to keep recording, so I have to like make it harder on myself because I don't know science. Okay. Okay. Oh, I see the end of the struggle, Vince. Sort of. Okay. Yes. I never seen this so low. We don't have to go far, and I think we could float. Dude, if this is not a testament to this in front of kayak, I don't know what is. Like literally, look at how much water we have. Literally no water whatsoever. And I'm still able to move it through. Why? I think it's because the ground is soft, one, and two, because it sort of floats, because it's an inflatable. Like, I mean, a plastic kayak floats, but I think this floats higher. This is more like on top of the water, so you don't need that much water. You do have a keel and other things to worry about, but you know, it's not like a kayak. That a kayak will be like a plastic kayak will be stuck right here right now. Like, you won't be able to move it. It will be like in the mud, like digging deep. Okay. I think my exit point is right there. Just gonna go do it through here. Guys, if you like what I do and you want to help the channel, you could always buy it through the affiliate links that we put in. And also you could do donations, you could do thanks in the comments, or however you want to support, share, whatever. Anything that you do, likes, will help us a lot, and really appreciate you. Thank you. Let's go.